Welcome to the first ever episode of Ever Adaptive Podcast. My name is Becky and I'm here with Sarah, and we are launching this podcast for you guys as a passion project of ours. And we will get more into everything that we are going to do on this episode, further along this episode. But first, we want to let you know who we are, why we're doing this, and what's going to go on in here. So to kick us off, Sarah, you want to say hi?
Hello. Becky, go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right. My name is Becky Flowers. I am a wife, mom, a coach, and a competitor. So I hope to bring to you guys just a little bit of everything to do with my life of managing prep in mom life. And I'm 3 weeks out, so my brain does not work right now.
I'm going to say, let's say how far out you are at this very moment, because that's huge.
Oh man, I am 3 weeks out right now, and then 5 weeks from nationals, and I have not had enough caffeine today. So we are there. But really, I'm hoping to bring to you guys just a little bit of my life and how I do it. I'm a hot mess express. So honestly, if I can do this, y'all can do it. All right, Sarah, your turn.
And I'm going to piggyback off of what you said, because Becky, you are an absolute badass. I just love and respect you so much because you have so much going on and there's just never an excuse on your side of anything. You always get it done. So I have so much respect for you, and I'm so excited to do this. My name is Sarah Budzyn. I am 31. I am a competitor. I am a wellness specialist for Transcend HRT. So I know a lot of blood work, hormones, internal stuff. I geek out when it comes to that stuff. So it's so much fun.
I'm so excited.
Bringing that into just how it affects our everyday lives with, health and wellness and mood, and it all ties together. So we come from very different backgrounds, but there's always a common ground with Becky and I. I mean, I'm also a posing coach. I've been posing Becky for over a year now.
I know. So I have to interrupt you because Sarah is a gem. We met in Houston at an Evolve retreat. So if you guys listen to the Evolve with Emily podcast,
shout out Emily Hayden. We love you so much.
We love you. She brought us together and we did a posing seminar there. I was 7 weeks out from my first ever show at that point. Came home from Houston, was like, I'm not going to be able to compete. I don't know how to pose. I'm the most awkward human ever. And Sarah reached out and offered to help me pro bono, like didn't have anything coming to her to do it, and got me on stage. So now we've been working together and here we are.
And you've come so far. I'm so I literally look at your stuff every week in comparison to where you were at last year at this time. And it's just night and day difference because you put in the work. And I love that so much. But yeah, I mean, we met at the retreat and we've been friends ever since, just kind of watching each other. And then really came together once we were posing more so this season for you, Becky. And I know you had mentioned something about wanting to get back on podcasting, and our conversations are always just so good with how we come from such different backgrounds, but how we have such similar beliefs and systems and work ethic and everything like that. And I was like, you know what? It would be really cool if we could, even if it wasn't a full series or anything, right? Just let's just shoot the shit and talk and record it and see if we come up with anything good. And you're like, yeah, let's do it. So, and then it just kind of became a whole little project, and I'm so excited for what's to come with it.
I am too. I think that is going to be the biggest part of this podcast. We will have some structure to it, obviously. But we just really want you guys to be in on our conversations, because even when we're posing, we'll have full ass conversations about therapy sessions between ourselves. So we kind of just want to give you guys a little insight on that, and hopefully it is beneficial to you.
Yeah. And a big thing that we are so adamant about with bringing into this too is just being so authentic and, not sugarcoating everything, showing the good, bad, ugly of all parts of life. That's life, and just how you get through things and adapt, hence the name,
Exactly.
and just move forward in the best way that you can with the cards that are dealt. So
Mhm.
that's something that we both have implemented in life, really, and we're able to talk about that. And I really think that a lot of mindset things that you and I both just talk about, when it's not recorded, would be of a lot of value to a lot of people. So I'm really excited about this because I do think that we have some gem conversations, and I think airing those out it's going to be really cool.
I agree. I agree. I'm a little nervous because I feel like sometimes, especially I don't have a filter sometimes.
Oh,
Um,
you don't need
but
it.
it is going to be good. And I'm just super excited. So, anything that you guys want to know right away, let us know. But otherwise, we will be telling you more about where we came up with the idea of Ever Adaptive. Sarah kind of hinted to a lot of it, but we're going to talk about that and then kind of really dive into both of our stories because, like she said, we have very unique backgrounds and they're very different from each other, but they are also similar in very many ways and in the ways that really matter. So I feel like so many of us come from different backgrounds and different upbringings, lifestyles, ethnicities, whatever. But as long as our common, what would it be, core values
Hmm.
align, like there's so much there and there's
Yeah.
so much power to that. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why I'm so excited to do this with you, because we do have so many similarities in our beliefs and our systems and processes. And, we are polar opposite. You're a freaking rock star of a mom, 3 kids. I'm like, I have
come
my
on.
cat and my horse.
Hey, a horse is that's something.
Had him for a very long time. He has definitely taught me a lot of responsibility, but um no, just finding, what works, and how we work through certain scenarios and just come out on the other side as best as you can. And that's just being so true to yourself and your values and your systems and your beliefs. That's something that we are both so very passionate about. And I don't want anything in this project to be sugar coated or like
They have a fly. I'm in my husband's shop right now.
but you know what, we're keeping this. Don't edit that out.
I'm not editing anything. I don't know how.
I love it. But like, you're gonna see the raw, like, true us no matter what. It's that's something that we talked about, is just straight to the point. Sometimes it hurts feelings, and some people might be offended, but like, take it or leave it. So I can't.
Exactly.
I'm done.
All right, guys. Well, we are so excited to kick this off. And thank you so much for hanging in with us on this first episode. We're kind of getting our feet wet and figuring out what we're going to do and how we're going to work this. But we will be back next week with an actual meaty episode for you.
Yeah, and Becky, before you cut this off, why don't you let them know how they can get a hold of us if they want to ask questions, anything like that. I know that we made an email, Instagram. Go into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So our email address is
We'll put it
ever
in the
adapted
in the notes
in the note.
too.
Prep brain, guys. I'm hanging in here. Ever adaptive podcast at gmail.com if you want to email us. Otherwise, it's ever adaptive podcast on Instagram. And my personal Instagram is becky.flowers.
And mine is Sarah Buds, Budzz. So
Perfect.
yeah, give us a follow, follow along, and I'm really excited to see what this turns into.
I'm excited too. All right. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye, guys.